Hats Off by Neil Griffiths, illustrated by Janette Louden, and published by Red Robin Books. I wonder if you ever thought how many hats you may have bought. Perhaps you feel that hats look silly, only worn when it's cold and chilly. This book shows hats of every kind, and then perhaps you'll change your mind. I wonder if you ever thought just how many hats you've bought. Does a hat look good on your head, or do you like to go bare instead? How many hats do you really wear? Well, try some of these if you dare.
Hats too big, too tight or too small. Hats that just shouldn't be worn at all.
Stiff hats worn by chefs when they cook. Hats so awful they make everyone look.
Scarecrow hats made of straw. Hats too wide to get through the door.
Pointed hats for a posh princess. Tartan cloth hats to search for Loch Ness.
Hats worn by dancers, piled with fruit. Tough hats needed when you parachute. Stretchy hats for the swimming pool. Hanky-type hats that keep Grandad cool.
Hats worn by astronauts out in space. Flashy helmets needed to win a race.
Miners' hats with very bright lights. Armoured hats that protect brave knights. Hats worn by bishops as they pray. Santa's hat that he wears on his sleigh.
Wizards' hats for magic spells. Jesters' hats with those silly bells that are worn to fight a fire. White flat caps for a cricket umpire.
Top hats worn in the circus ring. Priceless hats worn by a queen and king.
Hats for marching whilst on parade. Mexican hats when you need some shade.
Hats for jolly pirates out at sea. Students' hats to collect a degree.
Tough hats worn when out horse riding.
Camouflage hats just great for hiding.
Hats for Easter full of flowers. Homemade hats that took you hours and hours. Wedding hats for the mother-in-law. And a bubble hat that lifts as you snore. Smart peaked hats for our bus drivers. Waterproof hats for deep sea divers.
Did some hats catch your attention, or were there some we failed to mention? But if a hat looks awful on your head, wear a fascinator instead.